Welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an assembly using Solidworks. An assembly allows you to take multiple parts and put them together and assemble them, or take multiples of the same part and do the same thing. So let's look at how to do that. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to select New, and from there you will select Assembly right here, and then hit OK. And it will take just a moment for that to load. Okay, once your assembly loads, you should see this panel right here, which allows you to place items in the assembly. And I'm going to place two different items, but again, you can place two of the same item if you would like. So I simply click Browse, I did that quickly, and then I find the item, and I'm going to open that. And it will bring the item in. I left click where I want to place that, and it will be dropped into the assembly. And then if you would like to add additional components, you simply go back to Insert Components right here, and you will either locate the same component that you already placed into the drawing, or you will place new ones by selecting Browse, either way. It does not matter how you get those in, but as long as you get in all the components you need. Now, I would suggest for beginners, you probably only want to put two in at a time. So if you're assembling 4, 5, or 6 things, just put two of them in, because otherwise it's going to get really confusing as to what you want to do. Okay, now we have to do something and we have to put these pieces together. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to take this upper block right here and I want to set it on this peg right here so it's setting on the lower block so they're like glued in place, basically, is what I want to do. And that involves using a command called mate, which is right here, and that allows us to take the two items and put them together. Now you may find that you want to move a component because sometimes they come in at a weird angle or the surfaces you want to put together don't match up. So there's move component right here. And this allows you to move the item. Now, don't be confused by this. Moving the item does not lock it in place. So I can move this over here and it looks like it's correct, but it is not correct at all. You'll see what something that's correct looks like later on. I can also rotate it. If I click the down arrow right here, I have the ability to rotate component. So if I want to rotate this, so like let's say that I wanted this side to be the top for whatever reason, I could do that. And I can then simply click the check mark when I'm done over here. So you can move or you can rotate either one if you want to line up the components or whatever before you constrain them or before you mate them. So I'm going to select mate right here, and you have a number of options right here. Everything we're going to do for this beginner is basically going to revolve around the coincident right here. So I'm going to focus primarily on that. So if I want to take this, I have to do three different dimensions. On the X, Y, and Z axis, I have to make sure that this top piece is locked to the bottom piece. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side right here, and I'm going to make sure that it's even with this side right here. Now, I will tell you, having done this a lot, that this process is sort of a trial and error. And sometimes it works well and it goes great, and other times it doesn't, and you have to undo things. And that's just part of the process. So those two surfaces are next to each other now, and I'm going to hit the check mark right there, and they're lined up. And now the next thing that I want to do is I want the surface of the uh, top of the peg to be equal with the top of the gray object. And you can see here, this is a good example. I'm going to actually exit out of this. I'm going to move this component because right now I can't complete that operation very easily. So I'm going to move the component. And now I'm going to make the top of this and the top of this equal. And so now it looks kind of funky, right? Because it's been constrained in two directions, but it still can move. So the last thing I have to do is I have to make sure that the surfaces on this side are flush. So I want to make sure that this surface right here and this surface right here are flush. So I'm going to click this surface right here, and I'm going to click this surface right here. And now you can even see right there how it's lined up. It does exactly what I want it to do. I'm going to hit the check mark right here. And once it rebuilds, it should be fine. And there we go. Notice how I have the peg coming through. And now if I try to move the components, notice they will not move. This is the mark of a correct project. So I cannot move this because they are cemented together. They're glued together basically. And sometimes this goes great. That one went pretty quickly, as you can see. Sometimes it does not. The mates are found down here, and I can tell you I've had to delete a lot of these in my times experimenting. So if you get one and it doesn't work, or you get an error or whatever, you just simply go in here, you right click, and you delete the one that doesn't work, and then you're going to reconstrain that or remate those two objects, and then they'll be set. And that's the basics of how to complete an assembly in SolidWorks. If you have any questions, please let me know.